Hello my friends, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today I'm playing Trick Cyclist for you. Trick Cyclist is played in the key of A major, so we're going to warm up by playing the A major scale and we're playing every note twice with long bows. Remember, in this scale you've got high third fingers on the G and D strings. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next up is the A major arpeggio, and the letter names of the A major arpeggio, as you know, are, you fill these in for yourself if you can: A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, and at the top you have an A again. So here we go, we're playing every note once with a long bow, and we'll play the arpeggio twice over. 1, 2, 3. Well done, you've really nicely warmed up now. Now let me play you Trick Cyclist first. So, you may have noticed me playing lots of fourth fingers on the A. I'm playing fourth fingers on the A when I'm staying on the D string. However, when I go and carry on playing on the A string, I can play an open A string. So So take a look at the beginning of this piece and you can see that all the notes in bar 1 are played on the D string. If you play fourth finger on the A, that is. And that's quite nice when you play lots more notes on the same string if you can possibly manage. Now you can see, if you look at bar 2, that the first note can be played on a fourth finger and the following A, a bit later on in bar 2, leads on to a B. So there you can play an open A string instead. So why don't you join me? We're going to go a little bit slower than before and we're going to really work on those little fingers and see if you can get those fourth fingers in. Now it may be that you need to go back and check your finger line so that it is level with the E string here, so all your knuckles here are level with the strings. So you want to avoid playing with your knuckles a little bit too low. So raise them up if that's you, lift them so that they all get level with the E string there. Now let's see if you can bring your elbow under. So your elbow should be really far under the violin when you play four fingers on the D string. I'll count us in for 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 4 again. Why don't you write that in your music? So the first A, bar 1, fourth finger. Bar 2, the first A, a fourth finger. The second A, an open A string. Bar 3, all open A strings. Bar 4, fourth finger on the A string for the E. Okay, that way you develop your technique really well, so you're on the right tracks. Let's do that again now and then we'll carry on at our practice tempo. So you can practice those fourth fingers again. So let's work on the elbow again, shall we? So your elbow comes nicely under the violin. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Rest, pizzicato. Rest. Up. Rest. 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 And fourth finger. And fourth finger again. using my left hand, you can see that little plus sign above those pizzicato notes. That means that you play them with your left hand. Because I'm playing those pizzis with the left hand, I'm playing an open E string as my bowed note in the last bar. And you know why we're playing the pinky pizzicato here? That is to make your pinky extra strong, because you're using so many fourth fingers in this piece. That's really useful if you practice your little finger a little bit extra. Now, in a moment, I am going to play it one more time, and we're going to put all the louds and softs in. But I've got a question for you, and I want you to write the answer to this question in the comments below. Because we've been thinking about open strings and fourth fingers. But for those of you who've been super observant, I have made a mistake with my fourth fingers and open strings when I first played it at the beginning of this piece. And can you find out where I made a mistake and where I played either an open string where I was meant to play a fourth finger or the other way around? So there's a little bit of a search for you there. So look at the very first time in this video when I played this piece. Where is my error? Where I played an open string where I needed a fourth finger, or where I played a fourth finger where I needed an open string. You go ahead and do your search. Next up, we're going to play Trick Cyclist one more time, and we're going to add our louds and softs. Now let's just look through the piece. It starts mezzo piano, so you want to be careful that you don't start it too loud, because after that follows a crescendo, and if you've started too loud, it makes that crescendo much harder to do. So you dig a hole for yourself if you start too loud. So start nice and quiet, then crescendo to forte, and then it's back soft again in bar 5, mezzo piano, and then another crescendo, and then when you get to bar 9, it's forte, so you play really nice and loud, and then you play your pizzicatos nice and contrasting. They are soft, so your pizzicatos are soft. Then you get the loud arco playing again in bar 13, and then you get soft pizzicato. So it's really nice if you play a contrast. The arco really loud with the bow and the pizzicato really quietly. Then when the tune comes back in bar 17, you take it as soft as you had it in the beginning. And that's a really special effect. If you can put that in, that would sound really, really interesting. And then we go loud, quiet, and then a crescendo towards the top. And those pizzas here at the end, they will be really nice and loud. Okay, are you ready for this? I'll count us in for 4. Find your fourth finger, making sure that that ridge of knuckles is level with the E string. Bring your elbow under. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So. Crescendo. Rest. Soft. Well done. Very good. So I look forward to your comments in the comments section below. And we'll see if you can find that place in my first playing where I made a little error. Okay, very nice to see you today. Do please like this video and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.